Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my heavenly babies. My name is Angel, and I am back today to share another sweetie up for adoption. And I know all of you guys are thinking, what? I thought Mila was your all time favorite toddler, and you just got her. And that is all true. But unfortunately, I wanted the authentic being my dream toddler. And I wasn't sure. The seller, when she had her up for sale, she had her right around 400 after tax and shipping and all that. She was about $400. And she said she's selling her at that price because she was not sure if she was authentic. She was just a collector. She wasn't sure. She had gotten her from somebody and she was painted authentically. Everything about her looks authentic and everything. There was no COA. So she sold her for, like I said, around the $400 mark when after everything was done. And I had asked her a lot of questions and she showed me a lot of photos and she goes, I'm telling you right now, I don't know 100%. I'm just a collector. So I took the risk and got her, but I did find out by her markings and stuff that she isn't, but everything about her is so authentic. I mean, right down to even the white cloth body, the upper torso, the way the arms and the limbs move, everything. Like I really thought she was authentic. And then I was checking out some of the numbers and looked her up and she wasn't. So I'm going to have to order the kit. I do have it on layaway right now to get the authentic Mila, and I'm going to have to reborn her myself to own the authentic one. So I'm going to go ahead and let this beautiful girl go. Like I said, she was painted authentically by an artist. I can't remember the name of the artist. I think the lady was going to get back to me, but never did. But she was 100% painted, by an authentic artist. You can see by looking at her. Very authentic. She is the exact size of the real Mila, 28 inches. And like I said, the upper torso, everything, she's beautiful. This is a wig that she's wearing, and mostly she can only have it in pigtails or on top of her head because when the person did the wig, glued it down, it's all glued down and everything. But when they put the wig on, they did cut some of the hair out so that it wasn't so thick being a toddler. And I think it's so cute. She looks adorable with the pigtails. That didn't bother me. I was just going to keep her in the pigtails. I loved her. I love her beautiful glass green eyes. It was like my favorite thing. So I am going to put green in my real Mila when I get her. And it's Mila by Ping Lao. I would have had the information on there, but real quick, I'll just stick it right there on all of her information, her size, and her weight and everything. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and let her go since I'm going to get the authentic one, but give somebody a chance to have one that looks, you can't get more authentic than this for a non-authentic is all I'm going to say. She is gorgeous. And I'm going to show you how she's coming home, but let me show you real quick, just up close, just everything. She is very heavy. Look at that face. Look at those green eyes. Isn't that stunning? They're the prettiest glass green eyes I've ever seen. Or if they're not glass, they sure look like it. I don't know. They're very beautiful. A little hint of yellow in there. They're gorgeous. Her teeth were painted beautifully. Her tongue, her blushing, her mottling, everything on her is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Then you see her chest, her upper torso here all painted so nice. Her nails, look at those nails. Aren't they pretty with the moons and everything and all the creases done on her, the way her movement is. So having this, she can wear strapless, things, spaghetti strap and all that. Just so cute. Look at all the creasing done in the hand and all that. Her nail beds and moons again. She is just so beautiful. It was such an unfortunate, that she wasn't authentic because being my favorite, that's why. I already had a non-authentic. It just didn't have the torso. So, that's what I wanted was the authentic one. And that's what I thought I was getting. And unfortunately, like I said, that's not what it is. And if it wasn't my most favorite, dream toddler, I wouldn't care. I'd just keep her because she's perfect. And if I couldn't have got any, if they were sold out, the Mila, I would have just kept her and been as happy as can be. It's just now that I know I can get one, I'd like to get the authentic one. And let me show you like her body, even with the ties and everything is exactly right. Her legs, look at all that mottling on her. Isn't that gorgeous? She is heavy too. So she is a gorgeous, gorgeous Mila. She really is. And this gives a person an opportunity because there's people out there that don't mind non-authentic to authentic. And so I know that somebody will really love her. But like I said, she is very heavy. Her beads go all the way up her leg and everything. She is just, wow. She's weighted really, really good and just adorable. Look at that smile. That's what I love about the Mila. She makes me smile. But I am going to let her go cheaper than what I paid. So I paid just right there at like 400. I'm going to let her go for 300, you guys. And all I did was unbox her and do one changing. She's in perfect condition. And, no, there's no, no paint rubs or anything on her that I can see. She is gorgeous, and I didn't see any when I got her, and I've only had her as display. So $300 will include the shipping and everything, and that's going to be expensive to ship her. Plus, I'm shipping UPS, and she has to go into a pretty big box. I am going to have her legs up, though, to try to do a box, that would not be so big, so it'll help me with the shipping or whatever, but I will ship UPS. All sales are final. Remember, once she's sold, that's it. Once the payment is made, she is done. I'll get her shipped out and send you the tracking and all that. But anyways, give me one moment. I'm going to show you how she's coming home. All right, this is how this cutie pie will come home in this adorable, kind of a peachy pink romper that buttons down, and it's got a couple of peach color bows, and on the side it's got a little cactus in like a plant, and it's got a little yellow flower in the cactuses, like almost like it's supposed to be in the hair at the top of the head. So it's like a little girl cactus. She will have these pink mitts on to protect her hands, white socks to protect her feet. I will let her go with this adorable lovey. It's a giraffe, a pink giraffe, and she loves her cup. I've always had the cup sitting with her, so I'll send her sippy cup since she's a toddler. And this is really cute. It's got the little straw inside of there and everything. So this will go home with her as well. And I did this modified pacifier. Some people may not do a pacifier, but some toddlers still have their pacifier. So I'm going to send this. I modified it, and I'll show you. Just got to push through her tongue and her teeth there just a little bit, and then you see her pacifier stays in. So I'm going to send her with that. So she'll have that pacifier, and then she'll be wrapped in a blanket. She does have a diaper on now. I did put a diaper on her. I don't know if you guys are going to switch to underwear or whatnot with her. I had the diaper on her. But I put that on her now. And then, like I said, she'll be wrapped in a blanket. I will protect her head with like bubble wrap and stuff, but I'll make sure to put the tissue first so it doesn't, stick to the face. That can ruin the paint if you have any kind of plastic up against it. So I'll have the tissue first, and then I'll bubble wrap around her head to protect, her hair and everything. She'll probably have a little travel hair, but maybe not, because this seems to stay really nice, the wig that she has on with the pigtails. And she does have little white, ties back, to tie the ponytail back. But yeah, like I said, they did cut some of the wig so that it made it thin like that. And you don't even notice that unless you take it down. Then you kind of can. But if you put it up on top of her head, you can do an on top of her head ponytail as well. That looks cute. Or like a ponytail towards the back. I think more towards the top works better. But yeah, they just wanted to thin it out a little bit. But like I said, I loved it. I didn't care. I was just going to keep her in the pigtail. She looks adorable in the pigtails. And it's a real pretty kind of light brown color with her green eyes. It's super cute. So yeah, if you guys are interested, like I said, she is 300 shipped in the US. That's it, 300. That'll include the shipping and everything, and shipping UPS. And I hope to find her a good home at that price. You're going to love her. Look at, she can wear all these types of clothing like that because she has the upper torso. So it's fun. But yeah, she looks adorable, and she's ready to find a new mommy or daddy who's ever interested in her. Right there on the screen is her price and the information to contact me. I take PayPal or Cash App only, and I will ship UPS. And like I said, all sales are final. But whoever gets her, knowing now that she isn't authentic, I just didn't know. And I still was okay with that. It's just that I found out that you could get the authentic one. They were out of stock for a while, but I got a hold of the company, and they said they're getting more in. So once it came up where you could do like a $20 deposit down and make payments on it, that's what I'm doing right now and waiting for them to come into stock. So I will be able to get my Mila, the authentic one. But you guys know now that she isn't, but she is... I mean, if you were looking for an authentic Mila and you didn't know, you wouldn't know that she was not authentic. I mean, I really had to do a lot of research on her to find out that she wasn't. I thought she was. So you're getting a great one, and for that price. I mean, Mila's toddlers like that go for thousands. They're very, very expensive. So it's a really good deal. Beautiful girl, beautiful smile, and I hate to see her go, but I really want the authentic one since it is my dream toddler. I really want it to be the authentic one. I'm not against, non-authentics. I have non-authentics in my collection, but for this one, I really want it to be authentic. All right. I love you guys. She said she's excited, and she blows kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. She can't wait to see who her new mommy or daddy will be, and she loves you all. I love you guys. Mwah. But remember who loves you the most, and that's God. Thank you guys all for your prayers. I really appreciate it. You guys have been sending wonderful messages to me about my dad and things that we're going through. Thank you so much for that. Power in prayer. Thank you so much for that. I love you guys dearly, but like I said, God loves you more. Never turn away from God, even in the storm. Continue to love him and serve him and read his word. It's important. All right. I love you guys. And I will show some photographs of her, just different ones I took since I got her, like in that green dress she was wearing. And I'll take some of her in this outfit as well. All right. I love you guys. Take care and God bless.